What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Andre Iguodala played 19 years in the NBA, but there's no doubt that the 8 sweetest years of that career came with the Golden State Warriors. And that same franchise honored him after yesterday's game between the Dallas Mavericks with the inevitable, and that was his number going up forever, never to be worn by anyone else, in the rafters at Chase Center. The Warriors throttled the Mavericks. I forgot the final score. I think it was about 25 points or so. It wasn't really close at all. But strategically, the game included the Dallas Mavericks for a reason. Longtime Warrior Klay Thompson, after 13 years or so with the Golden State Warriors, is now a member of the Dallas Mavericks. This gave Klay Thompson an opportunity to share this moment with his former teammates, his former brethren with Dub Nation. Andre Iguodala started his career at the Philadelphia 76ers. Essentially, he was the star player who was going to succeed Allen Iverson in the post-AI era in Philly. And he was okay. He was a solid player. He wasn't a superstar, but he was solid. But he wouldn't fill the void that AI departure left. And he wasn't the type of guy who would be the lead dog. And after one season with George Karl, and that was enough torture for him, Andre Iguodala saw what was going on in Golden State. Now, the Denver Nuggets were eliminated in the playoffs by the Golden State Warriors back in 2013. Andre Iguodala saw something special potentially with that young Warriors team, and he joined them. He didn't join them after the fact like KD trying to chase a cheap championship. He saw, after witnessing what this team was capable of, a team that was a couple of pieces away from a winning foundation. And Andre Iguodala was indeed that final piece. And what happened afterwards was greatness. In 8 seasons with the Golden State Warriors, Andre Iguodala appeared in 6 NBA Finals, won 4 championships, was a 2015 Finals MVP. Now, of course, LeBron James was magnificent in that 6-game series as far as his total numbers, but his efficiency took a huge blow when the Warriors decided to put Andre Iguodala on LeBron James. Now, when he wasn't being guarded by Andre Iguodala, LeBron shot 44% from the floor. But when Andre was on him, LeBron shot just 38% from the field. And in his playoff career with the Warriors, Andre was a remarkable 23-4. I believe that's the second best winning percentage for a player with any NBA franchise. And I think the best, I'm going off a limb here, I think the best might be Bill Russell. I got to look into that. Or it might be Magic. I got to look into that. But anyway, I know it's the second best. And Andre just brought so much to this team that was needed. When you talk about on the court, he was a great defender. when you look at his resume, which I'm going to do right now, Andre Iguodala, who generally plays small forward, although at times he could play shooting guard. He was on the NBA All-Defensive First Team 2013-14, his first year with Golden State. He was on the NBA All-Defensive Second Team before he was a member of the Warriors. This was, he was with the Sixers. He was on the 2004-2005 NBA All-Rookie First Team. And he brought leadership. He brought, of course, certain intangibles that you can't always measure on a stat sheet. He was a matchup nightmare. He was versatile, athletic. And one thing I remember about Andre Iguodala was he seemed to be a guy who, when the team needed something, he was there. Whether it was a defensive assignment where you needed to shut somebody down, more often than not, he was able to accomplish that. When they needed a big shot from him, although he was not necessarily a great three-point shooter by the numbers, 33% for his career, when they needed a big shot, Andre Iguodala could deliver. When they needed him to play at least one performance on par with superstar performance, or all-star performance, I should say, in any given game, he could provide that. And to me, he was, in many ways, their MVP. Now, Steph Curry was their best player, obviously. And Draymond may have been, in many ways, their quote-unquote emotional leader. But Andre Iguodala was that veteran presence, that always helped to guide them, especially when they were younger. He was that veteran presence that was much needed to put them on a pedestal to greatness. And this was well-deserved by Andre Iguodala. And I want to look at his resume a little bit more here. So he won Olympic gold in London in 2012, the FIBA World Championship in 2010 in Turkey, and he scored almost 14,000 career points, grabbed over 6,000 rebounds, dished over 5,000 assists. So that's the versatility I'm talking about. He was underrated facilitator. He was an okay rebounder, but he could score and score big when needed. Let me see something here. One of the things I remember about him was he was a primetime playoff performer. And I'm looking right now. And yeah, now toward the end of his career, he was not the same guy. But when you look at the 2012-13 playoffs, right? With Denver, he averaged 18 points a game during that playoff run and shot 48% from three. Just wasn't enough to beat the Golden State Warriors. But on a team where he had talent around him, 2014-15, the Finals MVP in 21 games, averaged 10.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1.2 steals, 47% shooting from the floor, 35% from three. And, this is a guy that, for the most part, rose his level of play. When you look at the playoffs, he shot 36% from three versus 33% from three the regular season. 46% from the floor for his career during the regular season, and about 46% from the playoffs. So, yeah, this is a guy that was a big-time playoff performer. And like I said, he didn't put up huge numbers, but he would make those timely plays or have that timely score or a key block here or a defensive stop there, especially in the fourth quarters. But salute to Andre Iguodala. And this wasn't just about him, you know what I'm saying? Of course, having those great players around him on the court help for him to succeed, obviously. But what I liked about him was Andre Iguodala was I thought he was always unselfish, and I'm pretty sure the reason why he went to Golden State, why he chose to sign with Golden State, was because he wanted to win. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he took less money going to Golden State in 2013, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I thought I remember him taking less money. And that shows that he was concerned about winning. Like some other players, they were trying to get the bag, fine. But Andre could have went to a mediocre team, and at that stage of his career, he could have averaged 20 on a bad team. But he chose to go to a place where he could have a lasting impression. And that's why this honor occurred, because of that great sacrifice that he took so many years ago. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.